Alright guys, welcome back to Piston Productions. We are going to be doing an unboxing video today. We got a lot of stuff coming in for the Turbo Coupe Drift Chicken project, and this is one of the many boxes that's arrived. This one is from driftknuckles.com. They did all of the knuckle work for the Miata, and when I told them we were doing the Turbo Coupe, they were super stoked to help out with that one as well. So this has actually been sitting for about 3 weeks now in my landing. I've been waiting to open it, but I want to get this video done, so I finally get to. I'm pretty stoked. I actually sent him not only the knuckles, but the control arms for the car as well, to see what he can do to get as much angle as possible out of it. So, alright. Now we're in the fun bit of it. It's not my shop, so I can make a mess. So we've got a few stickers, which got pretty banged up in the process. I'll make sure that all the really destroyed ones will go, like, you know, on the places I'm supposed to be tapping, but probably won't because I suck at drifting. But nice that he sent those along, so we can get some stickers on there. So let's start off with the knuckles themselves. So when I sent these in, they were, to say the least, in really shitty shape. So I'm pretty happy that he took some time and obviously sandblasted them down. There was a little bit of paint on these prior, but they were pretty messed up, so it looked like he spent a bit of time cleaning them up. I can at least read the numbers on the back now. And the main thing that actually he does to these knuckles is changes the geometry so you can get more steering angle. Right here you can see this is where our tie rod would normally connect, and this actually sat out, I believe, another ½ inch. So he has worked out that if you bring it in to this level, or to this measurement, that this will provide the most amount of steering angle possible without getting into a lot of other changes. So what he's worked out is actually the correct X, Y, Z axis to place the tie rod connection to make sure that our alignment's going to be correct, that we're going to get everything from the toe in, toe out, camber adjustments, as well as bump steer. So obviously he spent a fair bit of time figuring this out. The Turbo Coupe knuckles are slightly different than the Fox body or the SN95 Mustang knuckles, but they're similar enough that he was able to rejig and make all of that work. So we've got both of those. Obviously he's painted them up because when I sent them to him they were destroyed. Also, the main thing, whenever you're sending parts out to people, you want to make sure that they're not going to destroy anything, and as you can see, he's taken a lot of care with the actual spindle itself, and there's no damage to it. It looks like it's been taped up. There's actually a bit of tape residue still on it, so that part is awesome because now I don't have to worry that this might be screwed and gonna fuck a bearing later on. Okay, so now we are moving on to the next part that I sent out, which was the actual lower control arms themselves. Now these were massive to start with, and what he has done now is, it looks like he's put a 1-inch strap and extended out where the control arm sits. So this is going to give us a fair bit more camber on the knuckle itself, but obviously it's been worked out, so that way it's going to make sure we have enough steering angle. He actually told me that we're going to have enough that our main concern is going to be if we don't space the wheels out, then we're going to be hitting wheel on here, but we are working that out already and hopefully throwing some 1-inch spacers on it. As you can see, we were in a bit of a rush to get these out, and we actually had to cut off the ball joint here. So I'm going to have to press that out afterwards, but it's not a huge issue on these. The other thing that I really like that he's done is that he supported it in the back. So not only is he welded, you know, on the sides and on the top, but he's supported on the back side as well. Because we are changing, you know, a point where most of the load of the car is going to be on, it's nice to have that little bit extra support, a little bit of insurance that's there. And I have seen other guys that mod these knuckles, and this is the first time actually that I've seen this support added on. A lot of guys will double plate on the inside, but I feel like this is probably the best way to go about it. It looks like as well that, you know, all of the welds seem to be, you know, it's tough to say if they've penetrated all the way through so far because there's no way for me to check right now. But, you know, I'm seeing the beads on coming through the backside, and yeah, I'm not seeing any crazy big bubble gum. It doesn't look like he's ground them down, so he's at least confident enough in his work that he's leaving the welds untouched other than maybe paint. So we are super stoked to say the least. Oh man, so apparently that ball joint I got off cleanly. But yeah, we were super stoked to say the least to be running another set of driftknuckles.com angle setups. So we've got a fair bit of work to do to these still because I left all the bushings and stuff intact with them. But you can check out one of the episodes of the Drift Chicken car build and you'll see us, putting in the new bushings and everything for the control arms and installing these in a later episode. So make sure to check that out, and make sure to check out the entire build. And yeah, thanks again, guys, for watching. Make sure to click whatever links decide to show up, whatever ones I remember to put in, and we will see you on the next episode. Drift Knuckles! The most extreme unboxing ever.